Holy shit, Batman! We're live! Yes, Robin, this looks like the work of a camera. Quick, to the live stream! Sorry, guys, being very silly again. How you doing? How you doing, Bassman, David, her ladyship, and Basswoman? Now, I thought I didn't have an appointment today. I'm going to have to start getting my shit a bit. Well, I've already started getting my shit together a bit more, to be a bit more organised. But happily, I don't have much to airbrush. It's just basically one part, and there was much rejoicing. So we shall get that done, and I will have time to do other stuff as well, I should think, before I have to do my boogaloo, which is probably roughly exactly an hour and a half. Now, Bassman, what have I done? Here we go. We've got these little things on the side of the, here we go, bing, and, oops, maybe go, bam, and boom, bing, bang, boom. There's a, excuse me, thing in a mate sent to me once. Aha, how you doing?
Guten Morgen.
Indeed, Guten Morgen. Now, anyway, my mate sent me this thing from, oops, sorry, I'm doing a bit of sneezing, this thing here, coffee time. It had Will Ferrell. It was an outtake from Anchorman.
Ah.
It wasn't included, but at one stage, he's there with, is it Paul Rudd? Either way, I can't remember if I've forgotten the first name right. Doesn't matter. Point is, at one stage he puts his leg up. This is where the bing, bang, boom comes into play. This is what I'm getting to here. There is a point. Anyway, and he says, there, grab that. And the guy does. He said, does that feel like my cock? He said, no, it feels like your leg. But then he starts waffling on about how when he pleasured himself to the image of Mrs. Buttersworth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. At that stage, me and my mate were unaware that Mrs. Butterworth is a range of baking products. When we found out, that just added so much. But yes, when he pleasured himself to the image of Mrs. Buttersworth, he's there. It took me no time. Bing, bang, boom. Hence where that comes from. So I've acquired that from someone pleasuring themselves to the image of Mrs. Buttersworth. But yeah, that's Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's a character.
Oh yeah, he can be pure gold. I watched the. I haven't actually seen the whole Anchorman movie.
Movie he's trying to figure out.
But there's one scene I have seen. Oh dearie me, there's a bit of a. Why have I left the camera there?
There you are.
And it was. It's the gang fight scene between the different news crews. And I think that's gold.
Yeah, I like him in Talladega Nights where he's running down the track in his underwear.
I just think the whole gang fight thing, let's be clear about the rules. Not to the face. Everything else is good, but not to the face. I remember seeing him in. Did you ever see The Producers?
Nah, I don't think so.
That had um, Matthew Broderick in it as well. I can't remember who else, but it's basically the story is that the these producers are trying to produce a show that will simply tank because then they've got all the reason they need to shut this place down. And so they come up with this idea of doing a musical based on the Blitzkrieg. And they get Will Ferrell in, or Will Ferrell's character in. And what who he plays is this former member of the SS who does ballet. He's got a list as well. And the beautiful part is, at one stage, they're going through rehearsals, and he storms and starts bollocking out at the dancers. 999. Where are the stormtroopers pirouetting across the Ardennes? Yeah, nice.
You talking about Mrs. Butterworth a while ago. What about Jason Biggs in American Pie, where he pleasures himself with apple pie?
Oh, lordy me.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's warm.
You need to watch American Pie.
I haven't seen that one, no. Now, I found something last night. Where did I put it? Did I potentially? Oh, I found a fresh lot of blue tack that I had purchased. And I put it somewhere really sensible. And now I can't find it.
Them little creatures of the night took it.
Now, I just want this. I'm not entirely convinced this will just sit happily here. On the other hand, I could always splitch. Oh, yeah, it's not that hard, Rob. You're overthinking this, boy. What are you doing, mate? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe if I can just get that onto there. Oh, yeah, do that. That'll do it. Now, get that out of the way for a moment. I discovered, much to my frustration, I missed a tiny, weeny bit of the hull. Or at least it's not as thick as I would like the paint to be. And that's okay. I'll just tidy that up in due course. Probably with a hand brush. Because all it's going to be is just done. Complete with sound effects. Now, the color we are seeking, chassis black. Oh! Hang on. Oh, my Lord. I almost knocked this flat onto the ground.
I read
Still
that.
would have survived. Just, oh, Lordy. Deft catch on my behalf. I've got to give it to myself.
And
The
that
old
round
grey bear may not be what he used to be, but at least some reflexes are still good. Now, let's try that again, shall we, Governor? Get these out of the way. Let's see about setting up our airbrush, shall we? Deedly. Excellent. Now, next. Mix the paint. Oh, maybe switch on the airbrush. Who would have thought that might be a good idea? There we go. Oh, there's still a bit of water left in it. Rubbing. Now, hopefully this chassis black doesn't do the pouring everywhere routine that the jet black did. We'll see how we go on that front. Now,
I made baked spaghetti for dinner tonight, and I'm miserable.
Oh,
I made
nice.
a pig of myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ate way too much.
I tend to do that when I make dinner because I try not to eat much during the day.
Yeah,
And
neither do I.
then come dinner time, I am fucking hungry. And I will just mung out.
Yeah.
It is considered unwise to let the to get young children get too close, lest they too may disappear down my gaping maw as I.
You hear my wife laughing? She got a good
Hey,
hee-haw.
you think I'm joking, don't you? No, 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 no.
Stick their hand in, they'll pull back a nub, huh?
Oh, look, if they're going to stick their hand in, look, they're good to be eaten as well. Actually, all jokes aside, I remember I was considering playing rugby league one year, and I went out to a training, and my mum was going to pick me up, and we were going to go to my niece's third birthday, I think it was. Whatever. There was a barbecue, is the bottom line here. Oh, hey, John, how you doing? And I on the way up, all I said once was, "Oh, I'm getting kind of hungry." Didn't think anything more about it. Why would I, you know? And anyway, fuck, I touched on the air booth. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, so food starts coming out, and I'm keen as mustard, as you can imagine. I mean, I've been training for a couple of hours, and yes, I am hungry. And I feel this barrier across my chest, and it's my mum's arm. And she bellows, and I mean bellows, to all and sundry. Everyone, your brother is hungry. Get what you can while you can. And I'm just looking to go, and you right there. She's there, you will wait. And I've gone, all right. And so yeah, I've been done the listen to mum thing, and then eventually my time comes, and I motor on in like an eagle out of the sun. And in the final analysis, you know, my mum had a case. There wasn't much left afterwards. All right, let's get this done.
If you'd have never stepped outside, he'd have never barked. Do you have him on board?
Yeah. We've already met. Nothing.
There
What is that?
Okay. Well, don't. I had a delivery and my dog went crazy. Sorry about that.
we go. God damn kilogram. Yeah, it gets a bit of a gets a bit rugged on the mist. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bit more paint required.
I don't know. I don't know any dog that likes the UPS man.
Hang on a minute, I'm going to turn you up. I can't quite hear you. Well, not hear you well. What was that?
I don't know if my dog barking a while ago irritated y'all, but I had a delivery come up.
Ah,
Yeah, my dog don't like the UPS man.
I'm having a bit of a cursed time with these paint bottles last couple of days, I tell you. On the plus side, I won't be doing any airbrushing for a couple of weeks. Well, not a couple of weeks, maybe a week, I would expect. Once we get onto the course there, I'll be doing more airbrushing.
Okay.
All right. Getting places now.
You say you have a course air, or have you got to get one?
I've already got it.
Okay.
I could even, once I've cleaned my brush, give you a quick show, because it's got some cool bits to it. I've got some photo etch for it too.
Okay.
I got mine aftermarket. I went through this phase where whatever kit I got, I wanted to see if there was photo etch I could get for it. Don't ask me what the deal was. It's just one of those. Everybody has phases. That was one of mine. And anyway, bottom line, I've got photo etch to go with that. It's Eduard. The kit is a Tamiya. But the photo etch is Eduard. Eduard do really good photo etch backups and stuff. Right, so
Okay.
there's our undercarriage fully black, as it was, let's face it, before, and I could probably have saved myself a bit of angst doing what you did. But there we have it. Never mind. Actually, the line I'm looking for, I'm guessing you probably never would have seen a show called It Ain't Half Hot, Mum. It's a UK show from the UK. And it was about this entertainment troupe stationed in India during World War II. And they had this sergeant major who was not happy about having to be the sergeant major to what he viewed as a bunch of Nancy boys. And whenever something went wrong, the big line was, "Oh dear, outside, never mind." So yeah, can't remember quite how I got onto the. Oh dear, Al Sad. Never mind. There. It's actually quite. The guy's actor's name was Windsor Davies, and whenever it was also the character's name was known as Sergeant Major Shut Up,
Sergeant Major, shut up.
because every time one of the troop would come up with him with some problem, if they started answering back to him once he started belittling them, it was invariably "Shut up!" Just being
Damn.
bellowed at because he's the sergeant major. As you can gather, the sergeant majors run roughly the equivalent to drill sergeants in the U.S. Army. But yeah, and they're not known for their charming demeanor.
Oh, I bet not.
Although I've got to say, some of the lines trotted out by Lee Emery in Full Metal Jacket are absolutely glorious. Spectacular in their offensiveness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. It's something else.
Oh, it's a pretty intense movie.
Very intense.
Yeah, there was a whole era of Vietnam movies, really, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was that one. There was Platoon. Born on the 4th of July. There's a whole stack of them. It was the thing. I'm told it's worth seeing Apocalypse Now because I've never actually seen it. Although there is one line I do know from it, and I know to apply it on suitable occasions when something has gone monstrously wrong. The horror. The horror! They got trotted out in a comedy sketch over here. I think it was on a show called The D Generation. And what had gone on in the sketch is that a Vietnam vet who was the store detective had napalmed a customer who he thought was looking suspicious. And the daughter, who was quite an elderly woman, is in the office with the vet who's gone into full 5-mile stare mode, and the manager who's trying to keep it all very calm. And at one stage, when she started to get very, very upset, the manager trots out, "Look, let's stay calm. There's been a napalming, that's all." And he turns to the vet and says, "Now, Ron, what actually happened?" She was looking at the stuff. Yeah, people do that. I've seen that look before in Nam. This was in haberdashery. And yeah, basically, eventually the manager goes to the phone and calls the cops because he knows he's going to have to make some kind of report. Somebody's been napalmed after all. And yeah, he's done it again. Yeah, thanks. He turns around, there's a pile of ash where the daughter was sitting.
Oh, shit.
He said, "Ron, you didn't." And he looks up and says, "She was going for the Tim Tams." It's like, oh dear.
Damn it.
Yeah. Dark humor there.
A little bit.
But hey, dark humor is good humor.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. Deedly. This is good. I'll have plenty of time to do either A, more detailing, just like those last little bits that there are, or B, I can show you my Corsair and the photo etch that's with it.
That'd be cool.
It'll be interesting to see how it differs from your kit. They might go through the same methodology, I don't know.
Not sure. I'm the Vault F4U1A Corsair.
Yeah, that's the one I've got, an
Okay.
F4U. Alright, push this through. I reckon that by the looks of it, this is not going to be too brutal on the cleaning today. I guess that's because I didn't put that much paint through. I could be wrong. Never mind. Never mind.
Those are water-based paints, right?
Pardon?
Are those water-based paints?
No. These are lacquers require thinner.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know if you're using acrylic or
No,
enamel.
I tend to use acrylics more for when I'm doing lots of colors in a small area because they, of course, they dry nice and fast.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much easier. And then every player wins a prize. At least by my reckoning they do. Yep, nice and clean. Now comes the annoying, well, not the annoying, the painful parts. Because it takes, this is, I always find it's the reservoir that's the pain in the ass. Alrighty, now where was I? That's clean at the top at least. Now,
Oh, I sure made a mess. No.
oh wow, no, that is looking a little cooperative potentially. Wow, can't be unhappy about that. Let's see how the A little bit, but not bad. Wow. Got off lightly. Uh, For a moment there, I thought my trigger had come out. It's always a pain in the ass when that happens.
Yeah, they are a booger to put back in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no real easy way around that one as far as in the way that the mechanism's got to be set up. Um, Certainly, I can't think of a better way. Um, if I did, I'd probably be making myself a quick million.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah,
Almost done. Well, I've got to say though, it was still a much quicker clean than yesterday already. It's looking like it might be done or very close. Oh, really? Aha! One last little acid test, sort of a caper, just because I'm only retentive, as I was discussing yesterday. But let's face it, there's no such thing as an airbrush being too clean.
this is true.
A little bit more will do. It's the old tried and tested finger there. And now, yuck, thinner on my hands. Could be worse. Better than having blood on my hands. Actually, that's a great line out of Fight Club in my eyes. You ever seen Fight Club?
No.
It's funny in a very dark sort of a way. Um, it's got some very dark moments of humor, but there's one because this guy and his friend. I won't give you any spoilers. I'll try not to in case you do get around to watching it. But there's
I'll be forgot.
pardon?
I said I'll be forgot. You can give spoilers.
Okay, well at the end of the day, they've got this fight club going where people go, they punch on and they hammer each other. And it's all part of this exploration of manhood, basically. That's the theory that sort of runs on. Um, and the at one stage, and it turns into this almost anti-corporate sort of a thing as well. It's very anyway. Point is, at one stage, he's in one of the characters is in his job or at his job, which is in compliance and liability at a major car company, and he's at his desk, cigarette hanging from his mouth. He's got a bit of a shiner from the night before, and there's a bit of blood on his shirt, and his manager comes in, and looks at him. Says, "You can't smoke in here." Is that your blood on your shirt? Some of it, yeah. Um, and with the blood on your hands, is that your blood on your hands? Some of it, yeah. Yeah, the two main characters are played by Edward Norton and Brad Pitt. And there's also a character played by Helena Bonham Carter.
Who was that last one?
Helena Bonham Carter. Um, you'd know her
Familiar.
from playing Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, if you ever saw that. What else? I'm trying to think what big role she's done. She's done other far bigger ones than that. But she's done a lot of movies ultimately. And her character, Marla Singer, lives by the on the belief that she could die at any moment. The tragedy, she said, was that she didn't. Um, yeah,
Damn.
it's that sort of line of humour throughout the movie. Okay. There we go. Ah, excellent. All right. Well, that was fairly cooperative little plane. Giggity. I'm just trying to imagine Quagmire getting involved in scale models. You can
That's
just
right.
imagine, can't you? A, what would he build? I mean, I think we can all work that out, wouldn't we? Although it might be jetliners because of the shape. Um,
Yeah,
but
Quagmire, he's a character by himself, isn't
oh, he's gold.
he? Yeah, he is.
So wrong, but gold. I love it when I don't know if you've seen the bit where he's totally oblivious to internet porn, and then Peter and Joe make him aware of the fact that there are all these images and videos, literally probably millions on the internet. And they don't see him for a few days.
I saw
And
that one. It's been a long time ago, though.
yeah, and he comes out and he's got like a 3 day growth, and he's looking just totally overwhelmed. And
Overworked. Ah, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, hey, Quagmire, haven't seen you for a few days. Yeah, yeah, Peter, I'm just gonna go and get the mail. And then he reaches and points to the letterbox, and his left arm is like massively developed. You you been working out? No, no, no. Well, I just got to get back to some stuff, Peter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the one we get, he successfully develops a um, this formula that causes penis growth. And he does it using money that from Peter that he gets when he's become wealthy somehow. I can't remember how he actually does it. That doesn't matter so much. But at one stage, he's thanks him for the success of the financial formula and that. Me and the waitress had a great time with that last night. Then it shoots to the waitress, and there's this basically that's drawn as this woman always torn it apart, but still standing and serving. And Quagmire said, "I can't believe she made it into work tonight." Peter said, "Yeah, brave girl, brave girl." Just all a bit. It's Family Guy. That's all you can really say, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Get this water out. You put a wee bit too much water. Never mind. Oh, there we go. All right then. Now let's turn that out and cease and desist with the strobe effect. Wonder why that does that.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
okay. Now off we go. Boom. Done. Yeehaw. Now, oops, what's the time? What I might do. Oh, hello. There we go. She was in Helena Bonham Carter was in the Harry Potter films. She played one of the evil ones. Wait a minute, I'm starting to think her name's starting to come to me. Bellatrix Lestrange or something like that.
That is cute as hell.
Ah, shoot.
Fun fact about the name Bellatrix. In Latin, here we go, bit more linguistics for you. Bellator is someone who is aggressive. And there's a term, another one of the more obscure ones in English, Belonius, which is to be warlike. Thus, Bellatrix, a woman who is aggressive. There you go.
Oh,
Now,
right.
decision time. Do I? I should probably focus on the Batmobile rather than try another course here. Hey, do a bit of tidying up on some things because I can. Now here's something to think about. That is putting the surfacer on the canopy areas. Yes. Might get onto that. That'll save a bit of time straight away. Now, Next question. Where have I put them? I know where it is. Now, let's see. Yeah, we're doing well. Yes, we are. I reckon it's in the other one. Come here. Aha. Aha. Bam. Bam, bam, bamage. Bam, 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 bam. I used to work with I think I mentioned to you before that I used to work with a lad who had cerebral palsy. And because I think his family, who was from Nepal, was used to listen to, well, Nepalese music, he was curious about sort of what different types of music we listen to over here. He was actually had a really inquiring mind. I think it's possibly a minor tragedy that he was trapped in a brain that really wasn't able to take it further, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
Anyway, but he did what he could. Bless his cotton socks. Anyway, and so I introduced him to Here's Johnny. Here's
Oh, really?
Johnny.
That's from The Shining.
And
That's
there's
from
a
the
piece of
Shining.
music.
Yeah.
There's a piece of music. He loved that. He thought it was the bee's knees. And it was the funniest thing to see him rocking out in his wheelchair to Here's Johnny.
Oh man.
He is. He was never one to let his condition get him down, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, that's good.
He always gave it a whirl.
Had a close cousin that had cerebral palsy, and he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it can be pretty savage to what it does to people.
Yeah.
In the case of, oh, goodness, the lad I used to work with, it affected him not just physically, it was also cognitively.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, that was, again, given that he actually had quite an inquiring mind, a bit unfortunate. Because if it had just been a physical thing, he may have done something with that. There was also another kid. He was pretty much non-verbal. Could do quite remarkable things on occasion. Like we were in art, and we were doing, what's it called, screen printing, and the teacher was showing a technique called stippling, where you basically get your paint and you cover the area with it with a brush. And this young lad, non-verbal in the disability unit, yada yada yada, has taken one look and hasn't just worked out how to do it. He's been a machine. Like me and the teacher is looking at each other, going, "Well, he certainly picked it up then." And he could do other things, and he was quite fascinated by things, but the words weren't there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, yeah, here we go. We'll start this way. All right. Hopefully this setting up, if I get the surfacer on this, today I'll be well, as in the entirety of it, on the canopy that is, I'll be well happy. Reckon I got a fair crack at that. There we go. And gonna get myself a new vacuum cleaner today. My old one is shitful, and I'm over it.
Yeah, we just replaced ours here last year. We had one for almost 15, 18 years, and it was
Yeah.
time for one. And the first time we used it, we couldn't believe what we were not getting up before.
Yeah.
Vacuum cleaners. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to get excited about a new vacuum cleaner, huh?
Well, I guess the thing to consider is that you get to clean a house.
Yeah.
That's never a bad thing.
And I'm kind of OCD. Everything's got to be clean, straight, organized. I can't stand for the blankets to be messed up on the couch or the pillows. Gets on my wife and son's nerves, but they've kind of learned to deal with me with that aspect of my life.
I shared house with I had gone to school with it, but I shared house with a woman like that. And oh lordy, yeah. Now that said, the place looked great at any given time. Um, but she said, "Look, I want the place this way, and I don't see why I should do all the work. If you're going to benefit from it, you can do some as well." Oh, okay, whatever, man.
Well, the wife and I kind of switched roles since, I've had all these back surgeries. I'm on disability. She
Yeah.
leaves and goes to work every day. So I'm kind of the house husband, wife.
Well, in that case, you can keep it however you want, really. And yeah, I'm actually starting to get very much into the approach that I would be well served to be right on top of it all. At the moment, if I'm going into my business, which is only going to be in about another 3 weeks, I'm not going to want to have to go running around tidying shit up.
I know, right?
Try and stay on top of it as it happens, and then just spend a day here and there, tidying up, cleaning it up so it's tip top. But yeah. I remember. Here's a bit of you'd appreciate this one. Okay, I'd shared house with the woman I mentioned to you before, with regards to who was quite militant in the cleaning. Then I lived with, or after about a 1 year break, where I shared house with a guy who was also pretty onto his cleaning, it must be said, and that's fair enough. I moved in with my ex-partner. I was there for 18 months. I was expected to do all the cleaning. When push came to shove and that ended, the first place I moved into was a place that a mate of mine had organised with a mate of his. And I've walked in and I've gone, oh my lord. And I've had to start taking care of business. And he still didn't, I mean, he wasn't going to change his behaviour. That was quite clear because he was already well entrenched in a certain mode of behaviour. And I was just, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here. And I did ultimately. It was handy at the time. But, oh Lord, what an absolute brothel. Now, toothpick quickly. Where are they? They're around here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, here's one. Little day. Come here, you. Bloody thing.
Well, hell, I've been out of the workforce now for 13 years.
Yeah, right.
I've worked since I was, I don't know, 13. I worked on my uncle's farm.
Yep.
And then when I
What
got
kind
where I
of farm?
worked in the public,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
worked that grocery store chain 27 years.
Wow. Retail work's hard work. Putting up with people. Or at least I find it can be because people often feel entitled.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm paying money, yes, but that doesn't give you the right to be a rude arsehole.
That's so true.
I'm sure you encounter a bit of that on a retail chain.
Yes. Yep.
Um,
There are some assholes out there.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, as a former bouncer, I can give you chapter and verse.
And my wife, she's a district manager for the company she works for. She's over 7 stores, and she has probably 200 people she has to look out for. And some of the horror stories she tells me.
Oh, I bet.
The biggest
Another
thing
one.
is that kids this day time don't want to work.
They what?
Yeah, kids, it's hard to get kids to work these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you think this is a general disillusionment with the world, or?
probably.
See, that sort of morose attitude doesn't normally kick into the 30s. They're just jumping the gun. That's what that is. mean, what I'm seeing in that little postulation by the young people there is that they're failing to go through the motions like we did and get their hopes and dreams crushed brutally when the time comes.
That's true. Oh Lord, that's so true.
Why can't they at least get their act together, pretend like they care, and then, when it all becomes glaringly apparent that it's going to come crashing down, accept defeat like everybody else? Why jump the gun, I say?
Lord have mercy.
Now, time. Well, I'll definitely have the outsides of these done. With the surfacer. Hopefully I'll get the insides done as well. That would be good. Yeah, I think I made the right choice on continuing on Batmobile stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ultimately, because the course is going to come out in due course anyway. Just a little tidy there. Now, and across here. All right. I would appear to be making good progress on this. And, well, I'd say there's a very good chance we can get the insides done as well. That would be very good. Tell you another car I wouldn't mind building, but they don't make the kit anymore. Rebel used to make the ZZ Top car. I think it's
Oh,
a 32 Ford. Obviously done as a hot rod, but
right.
yeah. But it's a 32 Ford, I think, originally.
With the suicide doors.
With the what?
Does it have suicide doors?
Yes, I believe it does. But yeah, the ZZ Topmobile would be
The
kind
Ziggy
of
Top
cool.
car. It's where they open the other way. Yeah. Like conventional doors open.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, my wife was asking me.
ah. Now, across here.
I told her they were doors that did not commit suicide.
It's a bit like there's a Monty Python sketch where it shows these trees in autumn, and then one of them says, "I just can't take it anymore," and drops off the tree. And then another leaf sees it and goes, "Oh, Jerry, what are you doing?" Falls off as well. Of course, eventually, then suddenly the whole lot just fell. Yeah, now just that side. Oh, that'll be good. I was at my Latin lecture yesterday, and there's certain words that if they go together are like the equivalent of some and while others sort of a thing. But the sound of it, of course, is the Latin words, and some of it just sounds straight out funny. Ready for this
Oh, I
one?
can imagine.
There is such a thing as a tam-quam conjunction. That sounds like some kind of biscuit.
Actually, it does.
Ah, yes, the
Yeah.
tam-quam conjunction. And I get it. It's just the way it's worded. I get it. Doesn't alter the fact it sounds funny. It's a bit like. Do you know what the currency in Vietnam is called?
What's that?
The dong.
The dong?
The dong.
The dong.
Now, I don't know about in the US, but over here the dong is one's willy.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, um, it's just one of those things that sometimes stuff in other languages sounds really funny. I'm sure they laugh at some of ours too. Now, yeah, I reckon I can get these inside bits done now too. That would be good. That would be good. So then it's just the chrome time. But given the amount of time this has taken, that shouldn't be too long either. And there is much rejoicing. Now, I always find the insides of these, or of any canopy in fact, easier than the outsides. And that's because the outside line is already defined, so you just follow that. Whereas when you're doing the outside line, it's clear. So you got to go that. Sometimes you got to wonder if it's just the reflection. At least I do. There we go.
So tomorrow's Saturday where you're at, correct?
Pardon?
Tomorrow is Saturday where you're at, correct?
Yeah, I'm fishing tomorrow,
Yeah, I was
and
going to ask you.
tomorrow we are going to see about locating our General Sherman. If you recall who General Sherman is.
Yep, yep.
Yep. Well, that's what we're going to see about finding. And if we can latch onto the critter again, there will be much rejoicing. Well, if we can get it ashore.
Where's the place at?
It's about an hour and a half's drive from the city that me and my mate live in.
Okay.
So to get there for dawn, I have to be up at about 4. Get down to my mate's place at 5. And then we get down there by about 6:15. Start fishing as dawn comes up.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I bass fished for many years. I actually fished a bunch of tournaments at one time, and
Yeah.
I've caught just as many fish between 9 and 11 in the morning that I ever caught getting out there when the sun comes up.
Yeah, right. Well, I'd probably roll that way myself, but my mate's a bit more anally retentive about it, so it's a two-way thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah, I've gotten up a many morning before the sun come up to be on that water.
I mean, the other option that is deemed effective by all and sundry. It's one of those things of this is what you're supposed to do, sort of. Okay, but I'm sure we both can agree on that.
Yeah.
Is of course dusk.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh, hey John, how you doing?
Hello, John.
But the downside of that idea is that as the locale is quite a distance away, and we've sort of set Saturday as our day for fishing, yeah, it makes fishing there at dusk kind of not going to happen.
Well, you know, there's a time of the year. Well, here in the United States, is that when it's around June and July, the water actually turns over, and you can catch fish with a bare hook. I have done
Yeah,
it.
right. They just go ballistic.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I caught like 50 crappie one time in like 4 hours time.
Wow.
Bass the same way. I've caught it several different times, but you got to catch it when the water turns over.
Right. Yeah, right. There's a specific time and off it goes.
Yep.
Wow. There was about, God, it'd be almost 40 years ago now. There was a whole massive amount of schools of these fish that for some reason, or that normally would be out in deeper water, had come into the Port River, which is like a fairly big estuary, as you can gather by its name, sort of a thing. And you could actually watch on, because the wharfs were set up in this sort of, a ship could go in and it was like you could actually see all the fishermen around the edge of the wharf, and the fighting would start there, and you could actually see as the fish would go around. And
Really?
yeah, it was insane.
Oh, I bet.
And I remember once we were catching so many that my mate said, I'm just going to drop an unbaited hook in. Boom.
Yep.
And when I say boom, I'm talking about in a matter of seconds.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's something in the water, must be food. Boom. It was insane. It was a lot of fun. Now, once I've got this canopy done, I very nearly have, I'm going to wind things up. And I'm pretty happy with what we got done
Oh, yeah.
overall. Certainly with what I got. All right, good stuff. Winning. All right, where did I put? Here it is, I think. Yes. Let's clean this brush up. Now, next time I'm on, actually on Sunday, I wouldn't mind doing some work on the aircraft and knocking off the Mustang, because I'll definitely be able to do that on Sunday.
All right. I can work on.
I'll knock off and maybe see how much further we can get into the BF 109, because that shouldn't be too far away either. So we'll get onto that and see how we go. So I normally have a some rinsing water. I just realised I don't at the moment. Here we go. Okay, now I'll quickly switch. So for those who are, got my canopies all prepped up for the chrome.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, less exciting but important, now we've got the chassis black on the underside. And we are in fact, I think they recommend to get the decals on before assembly. But I'd say I'm getting pretty close to that point right now. You've been asked if you've ever done hand fishing with catfish.
No. I've watched plenty of it on TV, and it looks like it'd be scary and fun.
All righty. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I certainly appreciate it, and I'm sure Bassman does too.
Very much so. Thanks, everybody.
First-time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe, people. Other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch, and follow, like, or subscribe. Now, tomorrow I'm not on. I will hopefully be balls deep in fish. Ooh. But yes, I'll certainly be balls deep in fishing. But Sunday I'll be back. I'll be onto the P51D. And the BF 109, and on Monday I reckon it's back to the Batmobile. That will be the plan. All righty, good people. I will hopefully see you all then at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. I'll catch you good people then. See yous.
Happy trails.